This is how you do torsion keys on a 2014 through 2019 Chevy or GMC 2500. Hope this helps. This is the tools that you need for doing the torsion keys. Is a ball joint press. You can get a torsion key tool, but this works just fine. A hammer, pipe wrench pliers or alignment pliers if you have them, a pry bar, a 21 and a 22 millimeter socket, an air hammer if you have access to, and impact or air impact, it don't matter, but we are replacing, this is the part that we're going to be replacing. First of all, the first step, you want to get it jacked up, of course, but you want to remove this lower bolt, or if you can, the upper bolts. It don't matter, just as long as they're free. I'll show you how to do this in just a sec, but we need, this is where they're at right here. Is this big little lever thing. So we're going to be removing this nut right here. This will be your first step. Okay, now we're going to have to get in our ball joint press, which can be a little bit tricky, but it should fit right up in there. And we just got to tighten that down and relieve tension off of it. And our goal right now is to get this loose and be able to slide out, because all it does is it just sits in there. So that should be good. We'll just yank that out like that. Next step is take that out. So this is where you're going to need two people most of the time to be able to slide it out. He's going to be putting pressure the opposite way as I'm air hammering this way. Just like that, it comes out. So now we just have to get this split up through. Just like that, should be butted right up. And it's probably gonna be floppy, and that's okay because that's how it's supposed to be. Okay, so our next step is get that ball joint press back up in there. Maybe thread it out a little bit. Slid back in. Another important tip, make sure this is centered on the torsion key, or on the torsion bar, because you don't want it cockeyed to mess things up. Thread it in. We're just trying to get a big enough gap so we can slide our thing back in. Should be plenty. Now we need to slide this thing in that we took out earlier. Kind of just sits in those grooves. Kind of want to center it up with the hole the best you can. Now we can remove this, and we are done with this tool. Now that we got our bolt all lubed up, we're going to be putting it back in. One thing I forgot to say is make sure you measure the height of each of these bolts before you start. I did that beforehand, and just make sure they're close, because when you let it down on ride height, you're gonna wanna readjust it. So just make sure that they're even and you can keep them the same. And when you're all done, this is what it should look like with the new ones in. Hopefully that helps. And that is how you replace the torsion keys on a 2014 to 2019 Chevy or GMC.